introduction to the 7 teachings of Jesus Christ that will change your life and make you eternally relevant. Jesus taught us, his disciples, so many things in scriptures. I want to read, before we continue, from the Gospel of Matthew chapter 7 from verse 21. Not everyone who says to me, Lord, Lord, shall enter the kingdom of heaven, but he who does the will of my Father in heaven. The goal of every teaching is doing. People go to school, learn or study how to be medical doctors. They come and they become doctors and they work. People study architecture and they become architects and they work to build houses. People study medicine, people study law, people study engineering. Whatever they study, they practice. Until we become practitioners of or doers of what we study, we have not learned anything. Jesus said, Lord, Lord, is not enough. Calling me Lord, Lord is not enough. Not everyone that call me Lord, Lord shall enter the kingdom. They won't partake of the provisions available in the kingdom. There are people that think by becoming born again, you are qualified automatically to enjoy health, enjoy riches and wealth, enjoy peace, enjoy rest, enjoy advancement and progress, enjoy everything. No. Everything available in the kingdom is accessible to all who will hear what he says and do what he says. People needed wine. He told them when he was told to go and fetch water, feed the 6 pots. They did. If they refused, they would have lived and suffered shame, but they obeyed him. When they were done, he told them, fetch from the pot and give the man in charge. They obeyed, became wine. Not everyone who says to me, Lord, Lord, shall enter the kingdom of heaven, but he, not they, not all, not everyone, but he in particular. You must be the he. Not everyone. So many will confess, Lord, 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 but only those, the one who do, only he, not them, not they. Take note. Not everyone who says to me, Lord, 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 shall enter the kingdom of heaven and partake of the bountiful provisions available, but he who does the will of my Father in heaven, which will I communicate with you in my teachings. Many will say to me that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in your name? We heard, we spoke. That's all. Prophecy is hearing and speaking. When you speak what God says, God confirms it. God said to the Jews, hear what these people are saying, but don't do what they do. There are people who hear and then they don't do. They are called hypocrites. They are called false prophets. They are called bad leaders. They will end up in hell. Listen, hearing and speaking is not enough. There are many pastors, many bishops, many apostles, many prophets, many teachers, many evangelists who hear and they speak. They read the word, they preach, but they don't live out what they preach. No, they are not to be followed. Jesus said, not everyone who said to me, Lord, Lord, will enter the kingdom of heaven, but those who do the will of my Father, the word I teach, they shall enter and partake of the bountiful provisions of God in the kingdom. Many will say in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in your name? Have we not cast out demons in your name? Have we not done what is in your name? That name. We prophesied in your name. You said it's us. We cast out devils in your name. That's good. We did wonders in your name. What worked was his name, not you. Now, you can prophesy in his name, cast out devils in his name, do wonders in his name, yet what you are talking about does not affect you in any way. Unless you know the will and do it, you are unqualified to partake. I will say to them, depart from me, ye that practice lawlessness. Practice is lifestyle. You can preach, you can prophesy, you can cast out devils, meanwhile your life is wrong. Until you know the teachings of Christ and practice it, your life will be wrong and you are going to end up where you don't want. I will say to them, depart from me, for I do not know you, you who practice lawlessness. Therefore, whosoever hears these sayings of mine and does them, I will liken him to a wise man who has built his house on a rock. He does what I say. He hears my sayings, my teachings, and he puts them to practice. He may not speak it, he may not cast out devils, he may not do wonders, but he will experience heaven on earth because he's been my work, he's been my word. I will liken him to a man who has laid his foundation on a rock and built his house. The rain will come, the rain descended, the floods descended, the winds blew and beat on that house, and it did not fall because it was founded upon a rock. But everyone who hears these things of mine and does not do them will be like a foolish man who built his house on the sand. The rain came, the floods came, the winds blew, and it beat on that house, and the house fell, and great was its fall. And so it was when Jesus has ended these sayings that the people were astonished at his teaching. The people were astonished at his teaching because he taught them as one having authority. Jesus taught before he preached and healed. So educating people was Christ's primary assignment. That's why here we are going to build schools to teach people. People must be educated. People must be enlightened. Jesus began by teaching. Teaching is to destroy ignorance. Nothing keeps people poor like ignorance. The most ignorant are the worst paupers. The more ignorant is, the more poor poverty you will experience. Jesus came to teach and to preach and to heal. So he destroys ignorance through his teaching. He destroys the works of the devil by his preaching. Because when you preach, the power of God goes to work to destroy the works of the devil. So through teaching, he destroyed ignorance, which kept people in the dark. Through his preaching, he destroyed the works of the devil, which destroyed the people's lives, robbed them of their place in destiny, and destroyed them in every area. So we need to teach. Jesus gave 3 great teachings. The first one is in Matthew 5-7, the Sermon on the Mount. That was Christ's first teaching. And his teaching on the Mount covered 18 subjects, 18 different subjects. Well, I'm not going to explain all this now, but as we go, you're going to understand it. He covered 18 different subjects. Read Matthew 5-7. 5-7. You're going to see all these things. In Matthew 24 and 25, Christ gave the teaching on the second teaching on the Mount of Olives. He taught about what will happen when he will return and how we are to live before that time. The final teaching Christ gave is recorded in John chapters 3-16 and 17, part of 17, before he prayed them. This is to tell us how we are to live after his departure. First one is how to enter live in the kingdom. Second one is what will happen before he returns back and how we are to live in the present. And the last one is what we are to do after he's gone. This is the summary of Christ's 3 teachings, and you need to understand them. And I am here to let us see that Christ has given us all that we need to live the best life if we can hear his teachings. He says, come unto me, all that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Come and learn of me. Learn my ways. Hear my doctrines. Hear my teachings. Hear what God has said. I came from heaven. I know what God wants you to do to be all you are created to, because God created you in his image and likeness, and there is a purpose for which God created you. And you can only understand and fulfill your part of the deal and see yourself fulfill destiny when you know the will of the Father who is in heaven, who I came from heaven to reveal to you. So his teachings we are given to us to make us understand who God is, who we are, why we are here, what we are to do, and how we are to live. And this is what we'll be seeing. So as we go through these 7 teachings of Jesus Christ that will change your life forever and make you eternally relevant, my prayer is that God will help you to see. Focus on who the teacher is. Hear what he has said. And I tell you, do what he has said, and you will live. Christ taught with authority. He taught with power, and he produced results through his teachings. You can't hear this and be the same. your life will be perfected. You will be blessed. You will be healed if you are sick. You will be freed. You will bear fruit from now. And above all, you are going to receive your rewards after now. Here now and after now. May you be blessed in Jesus' mighty name. Welcome to the 7 Teachings of Jesus Christ that will change your life and make you eternally relevant. God bless you. Peace.